My team's gone cold, I'm wondering why I logged in at all. We were dropping down to market, and I can't see them at all. Even if I could, we'd all die. And then I just blank out from there. It's tough. This is tough shit.
Yeah, that was not great, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's great.
Should we try again, or?
Nope.
I think you
Howdy,
nailed
boys
it.
and girls.
Yeah.
Welcome back to
Welcome
the
to
Sweaty
Sweaty
Plebs.
Plebs.
This is Faulkner. You guys are great.
This is
Thanks
Aiden.
for following.
I
Thanks for
didn't
piggybacking on
think
this.
you were gonna do it this time.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say more.
Yeah.
We are terrible.
What episode is this, bud?
Yeah, you didn't say what episode it was. You skipped that part.
This is episode actually 59. Dylan was right last week. It was 58, and I corrected him, and I was wrong. I apologize, my friend. It is episode 59.
Okay.
Hey, I got a little bit of trivia about 59.
Okay.
If you add 10
Okay.
more onto that, be pretty nice.
Be pretty sexy.
Nice.
I'm glad we're bringing back last week's joke. It's fantastic to bring it back. All right,
Yeah.
let's kick it off with some quick drinks. Dylan, what kind of spiciness with your best friend you molded over today?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
What kind of drink do you got?
Oh, hang on a second. There were 4 new beers at the place. I got Zestfully Green. It's a grapefruit IPA, bare bottle.
Nice.
I have low expectations. Bare bottle is not great, but I like grapefruit. So
Shots fired.
yeah, I mean they're consistently what they are. I'll give them that.
That's fair.
So they don't really do terrible beer, but they don't do anything special.
Fair enough. Let's see what this grapefruit's about.
It tastes more like beer than grapefruit. The beginning of it, you can taste a little grapefruit. I would rather drink grapefruit.
Yeah.
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse.
Lacroix.
Put a little vodka in it.
Dude, Pamplemousse
No.
is the OG, or is the GOAT LaCroix.
Yeah, Pamplemousse is 10 levels above everything else. I will tell you that Faulkner likes lemon best, so he might be drinking Lysol when we're not watching him, because that shit is disgusting.
I love lemon
Isn't-
flavors.
Oh,
Isn't there like a cherry lime LaCroix
Yeah.
that's also pretty good?
the tall ones.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good. What is the other one? There's the blackberry cucumber one is okay. That's another tall one. The berry one is good. I've tried them all. We used to work at a place where they had them. It was cool.
It was cool.
right.
Actually, I didn't. This is what I meant to do, and I now forget it. You see that black machine to my over my left shoulder?
Got a soda stream?
You did
Got a
it?
soda stream.
Oh,
yeah.
man. I need
Shit
your...
is fire.
All right. I'll make Kayla jealous with it.
It's that thing is $50. I want to say
Nice.
$50-$60. I got the one that doesn't plug in, because I didn't want to have to plan around where to plug it in
It's fair.
my tiny kitchen. It's cool. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I have
Good
a
stuff.
bunch of berry flavors. It works.
Did you get the bubblies or something, or what did you order for flavors?
Yeah, the bubblies. Cherry, blackberry, and strawberry. I think it's like a pack. They're okay.
Sounds like
The
a solid
flavors,
choice.
yeah, the flavors are okay.
Okay.
It's best when you mix them all 3 together.
Wild.
Yeah, who knew? I call it mixed berry with cherry.
I like it. I do like that. That's good.
So I recommend that. I wish I had more flavors. I've been mainly drinking just straight bubbly water though. I haven't bought a single bubbly water since I got it,
Nice.
which I guess is the point.
Yep. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff.
Aiden, what
I'd
kind
say,
of trash do you
That
have
was a
this
good
week?
segment. Well, this week, also, this one's for the people who watch the video. It exploded upwards all over my monitor when I opened it because it is over full. I got a seasonal series from Mountain Walking Brewery, sour ale with banana, maple syrup, cinnamon, and lactose.
Some wild flavors in this.
It's got a fancy can. That's why I got it. You know, love that sparkly stuff.
This flavor profile is wild. Banana and lactose.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? What was the weird flavor to go with it?
Cinnamon?
Maple syrup, cinnamon.
That's it.
Yeah,
The cinnamon.
It's like breakfast pancakes.
Yeah, it straight up just tastes like Bananas Foster. This is honestly tight.
That's a beer that'll make Chris shit himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
would.
amazing.
Let me tell you what I would do with that. I would open it up and pour it down the drain.
Hey,
Wow.
Wouldn't even
fucking-
taste it.
you should do is make a milkshake with it.
Disgusting.
It doesn't
I
actually
do
sound
not have
terrible.
ice cream, but I would do that if I did.
Yeah.
I will be buying this again because your boy loves Bananas Foster.
That's
I
your
don't even know
brother.
what that is.
That's a surprising hit. I was not expecting to enjoy this, but here we are.
I'm glad you like it.
My favorite banana dish: peanut butter banana Nutella sandwich.
Oh, that's
Or
a
crepe.
classic.
One or
Can't be-
the other.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
So, what you got, little guy?
I have a Parliament brewery.
Ooh,
Oh, who knew?
where's that brewery?
About 5-minute walk from my house.
Nice.
I thought you were gonna say in your butt, since you're there all the time.
It's called Jazz Trio. It's got these owls that are playing.
Oh,
He's
OVO.
Is a triple IPA, 10.5%. You know, I'm gonna get
All right.
turnt from this.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, it smells really good.
Looks great too.
The triple might be a little
Looks like you
strong
love
for
it.
me.
Yeah, man.
It is hoppy. I think Dylan would like it. It's not very
I would.
juicy though.
I would for sure. You know, I've been a little bit more into the hops lately.
Yeah.
I just happened to choose the grapefruit beer today. I have 3 more.
Nice.
I'm not gonna drink any of them now, but
That's
next week.
fair. That's fair. Burger, what kind of drink do you have?
I have an ice lemon lime. Just
Oh,
Oh hell yeah, dude!
my grandma loves that
I
shit.
was gonna say my grandma loves that shit.
they are very tasty.
I like them.
For what they are.
Yeah.
It's still 5 a.m. for me, so
Oh yeah, he's a late night boy.
woo! Yeah.
Let's get into games, man. Dylan, what? Anything new?
Yeah, man. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
No, you.
No, fuck that game. Honestly, I haven't played it. Take that back. I can't say anything about the game. Fuck Microsoft. I bought it. It was on sale. Downloaded the whole game,
Mhm.
and then was told that I didn't buy the game. And I was like, fuck, why are you letting me download the game then from the store? And
That's how you get you.
checked my credit card, charges there, and I'm like, this is fucked. So I went through all the troubleshooting steps. Nothing helped. Deleted it completely and re-downloaded it. Still didn't work. Chatted with support for an hour. Finally got a refund like 4 days later. So
It
yeah,
sounds
other than
like
that,
a fun game.
yeah, it was cool. Been playing Apex. That's about it. But Apex, Rogue Heroes, I beat it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I'll help you guys whenever you want some help.
I don't know. Every
although-
time we play online, it never seems to work with you.
It's been working fine
Oh, okay.
the last few times I tried to play with Damon. But I say it works fine every single time I come out of it. When I go into Damon's world, something bugs out in my game the next time I play solo. So still has things to work out. You know,
All right.
it is what it is. Other than that, Damon and I started new Diablo 3 characters yesterday.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
New season, right?
Yeah. New season. We're calling it the Adventures of Goo and Gooper. That's what our characters' names are. We didn't tell each other what we named our characters before, so
You just are the same person.
Yeah.
What's your before we get too far from Rogue Heroes, what's your review on it since you beat it? How do you feel about it?
I won't say I beat it. I guess I have not unlocked everything in it, so there's still more to do.
Yeah.
I did not unlock a single other character. except for the DLC one and the main one. It's a
Why
good
not?
game.
So you beat all the dungeons though, right? That's what you mean
Yeah,
by
yeah.
okay.
I beat every dungeon. I think the best thing about that game is the endless dungeon.
Sure. Okay.
The final one. It just kind of. I mean, I'm gonna spoil something here. I don't think you guys care. It's just
I don't
it's
care that
pieces
much.
of it's like the puzzles from every other dungeon, all in
Mm.
one dungeon.
Okay.
And you're just going
Oh.
through and you try to go as far as you can, and then there's a final boss, which I think the further you get in the dungeon, the harder the boss is. So it's
That's
decent.
neat.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's
It's
fun.
worth beating.
Cool. Yeah. I played it one day. I played it for like 6 hours straight, and I loved it. And then, but haven't picked it back up all week.
Yeah, it's
That'll
tough
happen.
to if something goes wrong in that game, it's tough to jump back in it because it's kind of frustrating.
Hmm.
So I feel that, but
Cool.
it's worth getting through.
Cool. Aiden, what about you?
So, just the classics as usual. So the one new one I'm bringing back an old classic is I played a little CS this week. Great game. Nothing more to say. We'll talk more about it. I'll make Burger talk about it because I fucking love Counter-Strike, but it's been around for like 20 years. It hasn't changed that much. But been dabbling with some Valorant. And I both like it and absolutely hate it.
I was gonna say I feel like you have mixed feelings. Maybe even Burger has mixed feelings about Valorant.
I
Yeah.
think it's fair to say he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like we've talked about it before. I'm not super big on like hero-based things for games like that. Like it makes maps too convoluted. The amount of just multiple characters just have different flash animations and different powers for it. And I haven't played enough to actually recognize which characters have which skills for the most part. So sometimes like, oh, hey, something just threw something around the corner and then bam, you can't see and you're dead. But people are trash at that game at the rank that we're at. So I'm loving it in that part.
It was Merkin today.
Yeah.
Almost got that 40 bar bit or 40 bomb.
Yeah.
It's
That's absurd.
yeah,
Straight
like,
Merkin.
I'll keep playing a little bit.
until he starts getting murdered. And he's like, I guess I'll take
Yep.
a break.
Yeah. Once I actually start playing ranked and actually get to my skill group, that's probably me the point. It's just like, cool. So probably done here, but
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
if you're into it, it's good. All right, what you got, bud?
All right. I've been playing Hideout Simulator in Tarkov, and then after I do everything inside of Tarkov, I've been playing Valorant all week, and I played a couple games of CS also.
Oh man.
Um,
His Valorant videos, I watch them while at work. I just have it playing, and then his face, it's prime. It's so good. His facial expressions, he just gets so upset. So good.
yeah, it molds me so much. Like, just everything about the game is just like it's just a little bit off, like of what you want to do.
Yep.
The game randomly deciding that you don't like hit your opponent because of bloom, like no real way to control recoil with the AK, is absolutely one of the most tilting things in the entire world. Being able to shoot through all the walls except for the walls that I'm shooting through for some reason drives me nuts. I don't know. I hate how they have like a design mechanic for heroes where it's like you either have a smoke or a flash, and that's it. Like you don't get to have both. And that's super like it's hard. So like it requires coordination with teammates, but like when you're playing these unranked games, like people have no idea how to work with teammates. It's just League of Legends players who have no idea what's going on in their entire world.
Yeah, we had literally one match last night where people actually talked, but they were still clueless. Like they were just there for the memes.
Fair enough. It's cool. I played a little bit of Valorant today. The game's fine.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think the bloom is ridiculous, even for me. I think it's like when we were playing Fortnite, that was the biggest frustration is the bloom. So
yeah.
Fortnite, from what I remember, like the first couple shots were accurate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the first shot would be accurate, or depending on the tier of gun, right? How bad it would get on you. But like you would have like a first shot mostly accurate. And then from there, depending on the tier of gun, it would just depend on its bloom.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is Fortnite is not a competitive game, whereas Valorant is considered a competitive game. So to have bloom is like, really? It's weird. It's just weird that they went that direction.
Yeah, I got super tilted. I was watching a Trainwrecks podcast, the Scuff podcast, and they had Blastoise on there, who's like a streamer, but he was also a Riot dev who worked on Valorant. And CS heads will know who Mo is. He's like a famous Counter-Strike streamer. He is famous, but he's probably
famous. Just
he is famous.
fuck Mo.
Fuck Mo. He's the single most tilted human being other than me. But he was on there and he was like complaining about how Mo was complaining about how there wasn't like recoil patterns in the game. He's like, I can't practice that, and so it's like there's like this weird skill gap. And Blastoise is like, well, maybe the developers of the game wanted to focus on something else other than the shooting, and then have it so that way people can be more impactful in other ways. And it's like, motherfucker, this is an FPS shooting game. If the shooting isn't the first, second, and third priority, then like you don't understand what you're doing as a developer.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially a competitive shooting game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Arcade shooter is like fine, but a competitive one, it's like. Either way, it's fine. I'm a casual, so I'm just like, I actually had fun playing with Aiden.
Yeah, you're just there for the ride.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I'll just shoot, and if I get a kill, I'm like overjoyed. I'm like, oh. And if I get a double, I'm like, oh. I'm happy with this round, you know? Like, so, like, it's fine. I don't take it seriously, so it's like no big deal. Other game I played, I finished God of War. Guys, God of War is 10
Right.
out of 10 game. This is like one of the
Yeah.
top 10 games of all time. 100%.
I don't know if I would put it in my personal top 10, but I'd put it in my top 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Top
could make
20.
an
I can
argument
accept
for it,
that.
right?
Yeah.
You can make a strong argument
Yeah.
for it. And I
Yeah.
played it with the 60 FPS update. Dude, with that combat system and the way that game looks in 60 FPS, oof.
You know what feels good in that game? Throwing your axe and calling it back.
Yeah, they did it well.
It feels so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just having flashbacks.
And then just
to that right now.
like learning the combat system, right? Like, so like you throw the axe, you freeze someone, and then you start pounding with your fist. But then there's that move where you can call it back and go
rage.
straight into. You can call it back and go straight into an attack instead of just pressing triangle to bring it back. Dude, like learning that, being able to switch between weapons and like that smooth transitions. Dude, that game fucking murders, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
I bet you they'll make more.
Yes,
Yeah. That's a wild bet.
you're not wrong.
Damn.
That's a 10 out of 10 game. I plan on New Game Plusing it, and I plan on platining that one.
Hell yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Does Aiden kind of look like Boy? I forget what
It
his
kind
name
of
is.
does. I wish you had the scar right here.
Atreus.
Right,
Yeah.
Atreus or Loki.
Yeah.
Spoilers. His other.
Yeah,
His-
fucking. It's
Spoil-
old enough that it's fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm excited to play New Game Plus on it and like platting it and stuff like that. I got the.
is that going to be your first plat?
It'll be my first plat. I got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Nice.
Oh man.
The
Feels
Infinity
good.
Gauntlet.
Yeah, so there's an Infinity Gauntlet, and then you collect the gems, and you have to insert it to unlock the extra powers in it.
I don't think I got that.
Okay.
I have to
Interesting.
go back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the upgrade is worth it. It shoots like 3 extra beams and they have homing abilities.
What a game.
Yeah.
Dude, the game is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10. So I plan on doing it, but before I go back to it, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to play Ghosts. I'm going to finish Ghost of Tsushima. It's good. I haven't unlocked a bunch of stuff, right? So I don't have that feeling of power like you would like an endgame God of War.
Yeah.
But it, for me, like God of War was so good, then they go to Ghost. Even though Ghost is a really good open world
Yeah.
game.
It's just not a 10 out of 10. It's just really good.
Yeah.
Like a 9 out of 10, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it's the best
Of
one
that,
of those
of
games.
that genre.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll check it out. I'll play it. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to.
Nice.
Very nice.
Let's get into some news. Let's just pound through it. Xbox news. Game Pass, of course, has come out with some new shit. It looks like a bunch of sport games. We have NBA 2K21, NHL game, Madden 21, Football Manager, and Rogue Squadrons, which I bought for all of us, well, except for Burger, and we've maybe played like once or twice together.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That confused me for a second. It's just like I didn't pay for that game, and I own it.
Yeah.
Thought it was on Game Pass.
No, I bought it for everyone.
It is on Game Pass. Oh, well, it is going to be on Game Pass.
Yeah, I already bought it for everyone.
That game is okay.
It's
I'll say.
if you're looking for that style of game, it's great. It seems like
It needs to be attached onto Battlefront. That's
Well,
my opinion.
the space in Battlefront plays very differently. This space combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it needs to be dumbed down.
I think you just need to get a
put
full
into-
HOTAS setup. That's what you need.
You could with that game, 100%.
Yeah.
You could, whereas the Battlefront one you can't. The Battlefront's even
Yeah.
more simpler.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's a wonderful like space arcadey shooter. I think it's really good from what I enjoyed. It's just there's just so many games to play, and to prioritize that it's a little hard. So
yeah. If the games are like slightly shorter, like super short, like Rocket League style matches, I would 100% play that game a pretty decent amount.
yeah, because it has a little bit of like progression depth to it. That's enough to keep you in. But either way, that's Game Pass news. Game Pass, obviously the best deal in gaming still.
I like the giving away the Maddens and NBA 2Ks for free.
That's crazy,
So
right?
that way, well, it's like a drug dealer kind of thing because they make their money from all of the gambling of packs and stuff like that. So like here, you can have the game for free.
Yeah, it's smart.
It's smart, yeah.
It's very
In
smart.
terms of like,
Because
yeah.
you know a fuck ton of people are going to play 2K21 and Madden. In fact, Dylan might even play 2K21.
Absolutely not. I will not. I fucking hate 2K. I did get tricked into. I bought 2K19. I want
19
to
on
say.
Switch, right?
No, on Xbox.
On
It was
Xbox.
like it was a $5 sale during the summer, when it was like at the end of its cycle.
and then you
And
spent $200 on packs and you regret everything.
No, not
I
this
spent
game.
no money on packs.
It's not Apex.
I had a good time playing with my buddies who play that game like religiously, and then I bought the next year's because I thought I might actually want to play. I fucking hated it. I was like, I'm not gonna get into this. I didn't do the glitch to get my dude to level 99 in the first couple weeks because I wanted to have a real experience, and then everybody was just destroying me, and I was like, yep, done. I'll never play another one.
FYI, Dylan's screenshot face is fantastic in 2K19.
Oh man, I could.
He sent me this.
Yeah.
This was years ago, and he's like sending me the pictures. Like, look what this fucking thing did.
Dude, the face scan it's terrible and also not terrible sometimes. Give me a second. I have a picture of both of them. It may not show up well.
Sure, you send it out to the Discord, but let's get into the rest of the news. Microsoft Zenimax deal was approved by the U.S. Securities Exchange. Essentially, now we're just waiting for European Commission to approve the acquisition, and then it will be finalized.
Is this the Bethesda buy?
Yeah, this is Bethesda buy. Cool stuff, man. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it now that they have fuck you money.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they've re-released Skyrim 1,000 times and people have bought it every time. I think they already had fuck you money.
I don't think so. I think they were
They were running low,
struggling.
weren't they?
Yeah, I think they were struggling, and that's why this deal went through. To be honest, I don't think they were managing their money well. To be honest, or
I can see that, but I also don't think they were struggling. I think they just saw an opportunity to make a couple billion and said, "Fuck it, why not?"
well, comparatively, they were
I
struggling.
mean, I saw it as part of a pattern where like movie companies are buying up studios like Netflix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And video game like developers want to buy up studios because developing it first party is expensive. Get somebody who already does it.
Yeah.
And then just release all content locally.
I think the reason I say they were maybe struggling with money is because their most recent releases, Youngblood and Fallout 76, did not do well commercially. Those are the two most recent releases. And really, when was the last time they did well? Maybe Fallout 4, right?
And even
Fallout
then,
4, yeah, and then every re-release of Skyrim, people buy it
Yeah.
on that console in
Yeah.
a massive way.
Yeah. So, like, once they announced this initial acquisition, we've talked about this before, but Burger, you weren't here. Then Bethesda was like, "Oh yeah, we're updating the engine for the next Elder Scrolls after the acquisition was announced."
I mean, I'm sure they were working on it before. There was no way they could release another game on the same broken engine again.
It's the same engine
oh,
still. Elder
yeah,
Scrolls is
they're
the same
going
engine.
to.
It's the
Yeah,
same
they're
engine.
going
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's
but-
what I'm saying. Is like I don't. They had to go through and update it. I don't
Yeah.
think that they could have
They're gonna
done
update
nothing.
it no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 76 had the same errors from like Fallout 3, or like Skyrim and stuff. It's absurd.
Technically, it's the same game engine. It's just an updated version of it,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is not
Yeah,
what I
releasing
wanted.
that statement is literally just. It's just
Today's
PR
the day that
bullshit,
ends in
basically.
Y. Yeah.
It's just
Today-
people want to hear it, and it's going to happen anyways. So
Sure.
fuck it. Let's just get good PR.
I enjoy the jank to a certain degree in those games, but
I enjoy it to make fun of Bethesda for being a shitty
Yeah.
game company, but
yeah, in that
Yeah.
sort of fashion. But if they don't put a better product forward in the future, I think this is probably going to be an overpay on Microsoft's part.
I mean, I think id and Arcane are like the best parts of this acquisition.
yeah, getting Doom Guy stuff is probably really
Yeah.
good for
I mean,
them.
just all of the
Ancillary
blanking on
ones.
the words. What's the titles, licenses?
Yeah, the licenses. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah, across the board. Like even if Skyrim's not, or Elder Scrolls isn't the best game,
It's
having
still
that is
insanely
it's
big.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people were gonna buy Elder Scrolls 6, right?
I'm
Like,
gonna buy it.
regardless, right? Regardless.
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 I've enjoyed them all.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like the next Cyberpunk release. To be honest.
It's going to be overhyped and disappoint.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's been literally every AAA game in the last 3 years. I
That's
just
fair.
think that Cyberpunk was even more hyped than normal, just because
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red hadn't disappointed anybody yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm more excited about indie developers than AAA developers, anyways.
That's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
I think there may be some
Even
exceptions, but
even
for the
AA
most part, yeah.
developers, I'm excited for.
I don't know if like Path of Grinding Gear Games counts as like an indie dev anymore.
I would say that's indie
I mean,
still.
I would say for perception, optically, it is, even though they're owned by Tencent.
Yeah, and they're one of the highest money making games in the PC space.
I mean, Grinding Gear games, like they're such an anomaly. I think they don't get as much screen time as they should, because they do put out a great, consistent, updated product for free, which is insane.
Yeah.
Let's get into PlayStation news. PlayStation Store is to discontinue movie and TV purchases and rentals.
Makes sense. Nobody used it.
At SIE, we strive to provide the best entertainment experience for PlayStation fans. That means involving our offerings, our customers' needs, and change. We've seen tremendous growth in PlayStation fans using subscription-based and ad-based entertainment. With this shift, we decided to no longer offer movie TV services as of August 31st.
Do they have a Netflix app on the PlayStation?
Yep.
Then,
They have
Yeah.
Netflix and they have all the Sony-owned ones like Crunchyroll, Crackle.
Yeah, smart move.
Funimation.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
You'll still have access to ones you purchased, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not that
I don't know if Xbox will follow the same path. Mostly
No,
because
Xbox is
they have fuck you money, so it's like different,
yeah.
right? So they can leverage a lot of that shit because it's Microsoft. Like, I don't think most people don't realize like Microsoft is worth so much more than Sony.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people
but I don't
just,
think
yeah.
I don't think Microsoft cares
No, they'll
enough to do it.
they don't mind taking losses. That's the thing too. Comparatively,
I guess. I mean, they just focus on their like Azure cloud services. I don't know.
one thing I do like about the Microsoft movies and stuff is they do sell collections. And I've been tempted so many times to buy their collections and bundles. Like you get like the Fast and Furious collection, and it will also include like the next release that's not even out yet. So Microsoft bundles do cool stuff like that. Even though I've never purchased it because I do everything on Amazon, but I've been heavily tempted multiple times.
Yeah, I have looked at like their bundles and been like, why don't they sell this on Apple?
Yeah,
like, I would fucking buy this right now.
Yeah, if I saw those bundles on Amazon, 100% bought it. Right.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
I just don't know because they abandoned Mixer, right? Like, and they have that fuck you money, but they just didn't care. I thought they would like integrate Mixer into the Xbox.
It was.
It did. It was actually
for a little
very
bit.
nice.
It's actually really cool.
I thought they would push it more, and then they just kind of like gave up on it. Like, this isn't where the margins exist.
I agree. I thought it was wild. They got Mixer. They did a great integration, at least in my mind, into the Xbox. And they bought Shroud. They bought Ninja. They bought some other guys, and they did like nothing with them. I thought that was like the weirdest thing.
They wasted all the money and did absolutely nothing.
But that's Microsoft. They got fuck you money. They're like, all right, we'll just get rid of this. We'll just sell this to Facebook. Whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know if they're gonna try and compete on the content end if they can just be like an app marketplace potentially.
Xbox is your entertainment station. It's not just a game station. You got to remember that.
That was an Xbox One message when it released.
Yeah,
that's not a Series Xbox message.
PlayStation made the exact same message about their end. That's why I'm just not sure. But
we'll see. That's it. Either way, I think this is a great step for PlayStation. There was a bunch of PlayStation VR news. I'm not a VR person. I know Dylan's not a VR person.
Oh, I've been in the virtual reality.
Yeah, you're in the Matrix.
No, not right now. I've put the headset on.
Yeah. I know Aiden has. Don't you have the setup?
Yeah, but the PSVR original. I would have a Vive if I had more room. So so long as the games come with it and they look great.
Yeah,
I'll get it.
They did a bunch of
good fun.
They announced a bunch of VR stuff. But since most of us don't do VR, I didn't put any of the stuff.
Yeah, we can just wait.
I have an index, so I don't care what happens on the PlayStation end of it.
Yeah.
As long as they do a new Astrobot, I'll be extremely happy.
Which it sounds like we talked about it last week, but it sounds like they are. So I have zero fucks. I care less about VR, to be honest. So
the only thing I really care about is Beat Saber. Beat Saber's great.
That is the best game.
Yeah. Like Beat Saber and like Pavlov, I don't know.
I'm surprised you haven't tried Project Alex.
I played it a little bit. It was fine. I just didn't play it for that long. It's one of those things where like I don't have the most amount of space to like really go exploring. I have like just enough room to play Beat Saber, and like I'm okay with that.
All right.
So Project Alex is Half-Life 3, right?
Yeah, functionally, yeah.
Thanks for the troll.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate you. Especially that you're not a PC gamer. It makes me happy.
I mean, he's
I'm
not
on
wrong.
My PC all the time.
No, okay, yeah.
I had to charge my keyboard for the first time yesterday.
Wow.
I'm glad you had to charge your iPad keyboard.
Yeah, it's PC.
General news. Let's get into it. Rockstar. I thought this was interesting.
Peace.
Rockstar owner discusses remaster strategy. Says it's not interested in simple ports. Rockstar is currently gearing up to bring remastered versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 to PS5 and Series X in the second half of 2021. Remastered.
I read this.
Go ahead.
I'm surprised that they're doing this.
Are you deeply surprised?
Yeah.
I think people don't realize that GTA 5 is still like top 10 seller on the NPS boards. Month over month.
Still like isn't it still like one of the top?
Top
well,
10.
It's super big on Twitch right now because of the NoPixel 3 launch. So you got all the big names like Summit, all the big names.
Summit's all you need, though.
Summit's all you need. Summit's getting like 50,000 viewers, 70,000 viewers every day. There's like 400,000 viewers of just people who play and interact with Summit. Basically, Train's on there, XQC's on there, like all of the big names of Twitch are on there.
I will say, fuck that, whatever it is, because I casually watch live stream fails, and that's all it is all the time. People complaining about XQC right now.
That's fair.
I mean, that's
Yep.
listen. It doesn't matter what game XQC
his
plays.
shtick,
That
right?
is what r/live stream fails is.
Yeah,
yeah. That's his
It's the
shtick.
fuck XQC space. Yeah.
It's pretty much him just ruining fun for everybody else. So,
No, that's the meta. Like that's been the Twitch meta. Like if people really hated XQC that much, like they just wouldn't
don't
invite him to play.
him.
Yeah. Like,
But
I don't know if you remember, but Burger will probably know because he's a Tarkov. He follows Tarkov, but XQC did like stream sniping, right? In the one event with was it the Pastilli event for?
I don't remember.
There was a competition
like-
where essentially he was stream sniping in Tarkov.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I remember was the big one was the Twitch Rivals where he stream sniped
Yes.
Clint Stevens in Fall Guys, and he got banned from Twitch Rivals for 6 months.
No, I want to say he did it in Tarkov also. Like it was a thing.
I mean,
I think he did probably.
He probably
Wouldn't
did. I
surprise
just
me.
didn't pay attention to it because
Yeah.
I don't think of XQC when I think of Tarkov at all.
I don't either. Like I was surprised, honestly, when I heard he was playing Tarkov. I was like, really?
To me, XQC is whatever role playing server is really big right now, plus chess.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Um,
right? Rust, the big Rust craze that happened for like a couple months when they had the
Yeah.
streamer server.
We've
Yeah, that
been
was-
wash, rinse, repeating XQC drama for like a while now because it's like, okay, so a big RP server starts. XQC says, "Hey, can I join?" They let XQC in. XQC goes a little bit too hard for everybody else on the server. XQC gets banned. Everybody gets mad that XQC got banned. XQC gets back in, and then the game dies. And that's been like a cycle that's happened like 5 times.
I give props to XQC because he knows his lane. He
Dude,
knows.
I mean,
He's making
doing
money.
it.
Yeah, good for him. But
He's like, I'm gonna
X-
stir up some drama and I'm gonna make that money. So it's like, all right,
Dude,
fuck it, let's go.
I love XQC. I can't watch XQC directly, but
Yeah.
having XQC as a villain in your like streamer circle is top tier entertainment because he's just like an evil goblin and he delivers every time
It's-
as a villain.
He's literally streaming WWF.
Yeah, basically, literally, yeah. Like if you need a storyline, yo, X has got you.
Good for him. And like, he's like, wait, you're gonna pay me this much to do this? Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
I don't even think he cares.
No, he doesn't care because he's making money. Why would he care?
I think he's Twitch. I think he got an exclusive Twitch contract or something like that.
Yeah.
He's literally the biggest name on the platform right now. I think.
Good for him.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Good for him. I can't hate on that hustle at the same time, right? Like, good
no,
for him.
no.
Right?
Good for
Yeah.
him for making money
Yeah,
for
he's-
being an
he's
asshole.
done it.
Everybody's dream.
Like, if someone was to ask me, like, hey, we'll pay you over 6 figures to just be a dick, I'd be like, I guess.
I do that for free
Why not?
every day.
Yeah, fucking let's do this.
Yeah.
What I love about XQC is that I hate Overwatch, right? And he's the perfect reminder of what Overwatch esports was. Like people cared for a minute, and then they only became popular once they left Overwatch, and like that stays in my heart, and I love it.
Sure.
Beautiful.
All right, let's get back on topic. I just wanted to say remastering has always, we're talking about Rockstar remastering. Remastering has always been part of the strategy. We've done differently than the competition. We don't just port titles over. We actually take the time to do the very best job making different the title. I'm sorry. This shit is buzzing me. I apologize, guys.
You're buzzing me. Oh,
So,
no.
TLDR, Rockstar Games says that our other games aren't live services, so we have to figure out how to turn them into live services before we re-release them.
Yeah, Rockstar keeps doing what Rockstar does. So
Yeah.
Rockstar's fantastic
surprise.
in that sense. So I'm thinking when they do this quote unquote remaster to the next gen console, they'll probably do like the typical 60 FPS, 4K kind of bullshit. I mean, this game is over 10 years old, almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
I think it came out 2013. want to say.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah.
I
So
think
getting
that's right.
close to 10 years old, and it's pretty amazing that they the amount of just the fact that
The length.
they're top 10 month
It's
over
Rockstar,
month.
baby.
I mean,
It's GTA.
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons why we see everything becoming a live service, because Rockstar is just like, hey, the game's cool, but like, have you paid us money to get in-game cash and use it to goof around with your friends?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
keep doing that over and over again. Thank you.
And just for context for the listeners, GTA 5 has shipped over 140 million units, selling more copies in 2020 than any other year except for 2013 when it was released for the PS3 and 360. That's
Yeah.
insanity.
Yeah.
Literal insanity.
Well, they keep putting new content on it, like the heist that they keep adding on to the live service part of it.
And I'm not going to lie, I've done a couple heists, and it's actually really fun. Like, I enjoyed it very much, except for the load times and the matchmaking and the online partying is utter garbage in that game.
That's why I haven't played more.
Same here, except for I don't think that the online is fun at all.
Well, because of
I think-
that aspect of it makes it not fun, right?
That's a tripping factor. I
like their.
I don't have fun with
I
that.
think you would like the heist if we just did those, Dylan.
Yeah,
But
if
I'll
we,
agree with you on like most other parts. It's just a.
like if we did a private lobby, if we had a private lobby with just us
that would
doing
be
a
fun.
heist, would be a lot of fun. Like it's just
it's
just a lot of fun. So in the aspect of remaster, so if they're saying that it's not just a simple remaster, right? What would you like to see in a remaster of GTA 5?
GTA 6. That's what I would like to see.
Seconded.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Payne 4.
remaster. I
Those are the
literally,
two things I want.
I don't want it at all.
I think what they'll try and do is they'll try and add a second map and expand it.
Yeah.
Like maybe bring one of the other games into the same realm, and just have like a places that people can go to connected by a road or something like that.
Honestly, even that seems like too much effort. I feel like it's going to be something on the level of a first-person mode.
Well, they already have a first-person mode.
Yeah,
that's what he means.
So what?
The same.
I think he
kind of
means
level
expanding
with,
it.
Expanding
it.
360 to Xbox One, like that same, like it's a tiny step.
Do
but
they have
feels
VR
neat enough.
in that game?
Well, I think
if you could lock it into a first-person mode, like you would like a Rust or what's the other survival
PUBG?
game? DayZ, or PUBG. If you could lock it into a first-person mode, maybe that'd be a big update for him.
I mean, for me, if they did a full UX update for partying up in that game, would actually inspire me to go back in because the UX is garbage.
Would you have fun playing that game by yourself?
Maybe, yeah, actually.
Okay, because I will not play it ever again.
Yeah,
wow.
Because I really enjoy that game. I adore that game, to be honest, when I played it. And the only thing that stopped me from playing online is the UX. It's so bad. And the load times. The load times are atrocious.
It'd be interesting to see them make core what NoPixel does, where they like add a whole like the role playing elements of it, where they kind of flesh it out a little bit deeper, adding like different systems like stress and hunger and stuff like that. Might be interesting, but I don't know.
I don't think though. I mean, it's a pretty casual game. That's why it does so well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that, I mean, it could be up to the people who want to do it. They could have like roleplay mode and non-roleplay mode for their version of it.
Is mods allowed on console?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that would probably be the other thing too. They would do on the remaster.
Oh, allowing mods on console?
Yeah,
maybe.
They would probably look at like what are the top 50 mods, right?
Goes the Skyrim route.
Yeah, full Skyrim.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be things like that where it's just like a pretty minimal amount of effort that brings in a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, we'll update to 4K assets and make it 60 FPS and allow mods. And I think they should update the UX. Other than that,
I think they should, but I'd be surprised if they did.
Yeah. I would love to see personally an actual like GTA 3 and Vice City remaster on a new engine.
I would love a Vice City remaster. That was my first GTA, my first experience. So much fun.
I think for most people, GTA 3 was the first experience, right? GTA 1 and 2 were top down, right? Experiences.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
GTA
didn't-
3
I didn't-
really to put them on the map.
I
We didn't
definitely
have
didn't play GTA 1 or 2. GTA 3 was like the first game. That was the one that got your parents mad because you could pick up
Yeah.
hookers in a car.
Yeah.
I don't know if GTA 3 holds up as a game though anymore.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't have to. It just has to come out with a remaster to put it in between GTA 6.
I guess. I mean, we just said that it's been 8 years
For this
since
game. Yeah.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
Between GTA 6, I think that's plenty of time. I don't think we need an in-betweener. But I think doing a new game messes up your previous live service model. So I don't think that we're going to see a GTA 6. I think that they have to like add a new map and campaign. It's
I
the
can
same
see
way
that.
that like
Yeah,
it's the same way that like Apex Legends wouldn't give you Apex Legends 2. They'd give you a new season, new map,
Yeah.
like new guns, stuff like that.
Counterpoint, Overwatch 2. It's coming out.
Yeah, but Overwatch 2 is designed to integrate with Overwatch 1 a little bit, where you can go and play the multiplayer.
Mhm.
But Overwatch 1 isn't directly the model that they're going for, right? They want to keep people on the same model with GTA 5 because that was what makes money. They just need new ways to bring people into where they already make money.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if they brought in GTA 3's map, like you were saying, like bringing in a new map, like just bring like a beloved map. Maybe even Vice City is probably the better option at that point. Because Vice
Like,
City,
if
I
you
would
think
say
about
Vice
it-
City is more beloved than 3.
Yeah, because like so GTA 5 is like the California map. You could have like a highway that goes to the upper right that takes you to Vice City, and then you
Or-
can have the two things connected.
Yeah, you just go to the airport and hop on a
Or
plane.
you go to the airport. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll see
and
what
then
they
wait
do.
15 minutes for it to load.
It won't because we're on next gen consoles, right? NVMe, baby.
I've had
honest-
GTA 5 on an SSD before. It still
Yeah.
doesn't load quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not on NVMe. It's vastly different. Like it's
It
definitely
is,
a new
but
ballgame.
it's
NVMe with the direct storage technologies could be big.
Yeah. So caveat: I was playing God of War. I literally fought this Valkyrie for like 45 minutes, but the load times was so quick, it didn't bother me because all I did was press X and then it would just come back on, right? Whereas if it had like a 2-3 minute load time,
Dude.
I might quit.
I feel like that would make me hate it even more almost. Because I remember when I first quit that game, when I was like one mission away from beating the last boss without realizing it, it was because of one of the Valkyrie fights that I was just struggling with. I was like, not playing this anymore.
Well, I really wanted to upgrade my Infinity Gauntlet. I was like one stone away from like getting that slot in. So, fuck it. Let's move on. General news. This is going to be more live event news. E3 2021 is not going to be a live event. It got canceled.
surprise.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
convention.
Good job.
I'm trying to read stuff. I'm pretty fucking
All right.
banged out
Where
right
are you?
now.
We can take over.
It's canceled.
They're gonna,
Fuck it.
they're gonna
It's
do
still
a,
gonna happen.
they're gonna
It's
do a
be
virtual
better.
event. They're gonna do
Yeah.
a virtual event. The
Yeah.
city board claims it's also working on 2022 and 2023 licenses for E3.
I have an idea. Cancel that shit and make it online all the time. It was better this way for everybody
Yeah, I think
who is buying the games. They did
COVID
all-
is going to kill E3 because I think it just makes there's no reason to pay E3 any amount of money when you can just host your own online press conference and put it on your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can
Nintendo
contact
got it figured out.
Yeah, you can contact Polygon directly and be like, "Hey, you want some exclusive trailer footage? Okay, thank you. We're done here."
Yeah,
Like,
parts of me is sad
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
Mostly out of context. Like context, I've been to like 5 Comic-Cons, San Diego Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
And I love being in that live experience. Like there's something special about it. But a person being also that works in live event industry, like virtual event industry, I totally get why virtual events is the future. But it makes
Yep.
me sad that live events is dying at the same
Comic
time.
Con
Yeah.
will still be there.
Yeah.
Comic Con's gonna come back. I guarantee that.
No,
That kind of stuff will
it's-
still be there.
It's totally everything's going to come back. Eventually, E3 will come back to be a live event. I think the future is hybrid events, BlizzCon did a virtual event this year also. I think hybrid events is going to be future, but I think the footprint in the live environment is going to be much smaller. I've never attended an E3 event, so I don't know what it's experiencing.
Couldn't up until
5 years ago.
Like 2 years ago?
No,
5 years ago?
Yeah. I think it's
was it longer.
But there's something about being in a live event in that ambiance of a group of people that are in the juice, right?
The only live events I've gone to were for my last job. Whenever there was a convention at the Sacramento Convention Center, I got free tickets and I had to go and review the event.
Yeah.
AnimeCon.
I went to AnimeCon. I went to the Greek Festival. I went to the Home and Garden Festival. Greek Festival was by far the best because I got Greek food. And that shit is bomb.
That shit is fire.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, I forget what it's called. You guys ever have I think it's called like masuka. It's like the noodle lasagna.
Yeah.
God damn that shit. My mouth was watering.
You're getting hungry right now.
Yeah. Thinking about that. Give you that flaming cheese. Sorry.
I mean, there's something special about live events, right? You're with like-minded individuals. Like, this is your tribe in that sense, right? Like, it has that tribal type of connection.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, it's just sad to see physical events to go away, live events to go away, and move to virtual. Even though I'm 100% like love virtual everything, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I get where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
E3's kind of been a shit show for a while. Like, there have been really cool parts, and there's been a lot of really mediocre, just kind of things that drive consumer crazy parts.
I mean,
and also it's a massive money sink.
It's one thing to say when you've never actually attended that live event, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's true. I'm certain E3 is a really fun experience.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
I just
would
don't
love
know.
going, but
I think
it's a
with
lot
where
of money.
technology's at, it's a very big ask to ask. I mean, maybe not for the big publishers, but indie developers to spend the money on a booth when you can just like say like, oh, hey, it's Summer Games Week here at Polygon, and then you ask for like a slightly smaller fee, and then you just feature indie developers on the website or something like that.
Yeah.
Or something like Devolver did last year, where they made that.
I love that
shitty
event.
little like E3 game. Like, that was cool.
I
like
love
that.
the Devolver event. I was deeply entertained by it. It was very entertaining. I mean, we're gonna move to a more hybrid environment now. Whether E3 will change into for a long time, right? Like Dylan was saying, E3 now, like, hey, we're letting the public come in. I could totally see hybrid going. It's only news-based guests. Like, the public's not invited anymore. The public
Industry professionals only.
Yeah, I could see them going back to it, because then they need smaller spaces, right? So the costs are much less. So, which is, I mean, like, I don't know if we would ever go to an E3 event because we're such a small podcast, right? But
I wouldn't.
I would not.
I would go. I would go for, like, I love that stuff though. I also love going to physical theaters too, right? So, like, that's just my thing.
Yeah.
I'm with Chris. I would go. It sounds fun.
Yeah. Physical theaters? You mean movie theaters?
Yeah. We have to differentiate it. It's 2021, right? We have to make actually differentiate.
The movie theaters are still there.
Yeah, I think you can still just say theaters.
I don't think I would go to
theater. I thought you meant like plays and shit. I was like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know if I would like normal pack them in there theaters anymore. Like, I think I would only go to like a boutique theater or something like what's that?
Oh, Alamo
Draft House. Yeah, something like that.
That just got bought up by somebody. It might not be the same the next time you go.
Yep. I think like asking to be just like
Fair.
To share a movie with a bunch of normal people without some extra fanfare to it, it has gone out the window, especially if I like my HDR television set more than like.
It all depends on the theater, because like the one that I've been going to in Boulder for the past couple of years, I have no issues not going back to it again. But like the one in Davis, which has an 8K screen, like I had no problems going back to that one.
Yeah, so the AMC like near my house is like one of the only ones with a Dolby Atmos like HDR projector, and I like going to that theater.
Like if it's better than your home experience, then I think we'll all keep going for a little bit. But those trash theaters, fuck them.
I seriously
Unless it's
thought about that being as like a like a business to invest in. It's like, oh, let's create like a theater experience that's not a normal theater experience.
There is a theater in San Francisco by the Embarcadero that only like each theater is only like 12 people or something. That one's awesome, and you have so much space, and you have like the extra big couch reclining seats. That theater is awesome. I forget what it's called though.
I don't. Okay. I think the virtual hybrid live event is interesting. I mean, I'm in the industry, so it's like I keep a special eye on it. To piggyback off this, Future Game Show will be back on March 25th. They're going to be featuring 40 games from more than 30 different publishers and developers, including Sega, Team 17, Warner Bros., and EA.
Is this the Jeff Keighley thing?
I honestly don't know. That's about as far as I went.
Okay.
I'm sure Jeff Keighley is involved, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not the strongest lineup of devs and publishers.
To be honest, I suspect there's going to be a lot of indie
I
developers.
like Team 17.
I do. Surprising. I have a special place with Team 17 because of Worms franchise.
They did Rogue Heroes.
Yeah.
They did Monster Sanctuary recently.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like I remember playing the first Worms game back in the 90s. So, like, it's just special place in my heart in that sense, right? Nostalgia wise.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see many AAA titles in there. I suspect more indie titles, which is fine because
You'll see that Batman game, probably.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Because WB.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
I'm actually interested in that title. Either way, I hope it showcases more indie titles than anything. Like, I think COVID, because they have lower production values in that sense, like they don't need as many voice actors and like animation stuff. Like COVID really helps indie titles to be successful, and I want them to be successful.
Yeah.
See where you're going, but I don't know if it helps them. But I think it maybe levels the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, exactly that. Like it puts them more in the spotlight than before.
Yeah.
It also helps that Switch is a indie machine, right? So a lot of indie titles on PC end up on the Switch, and I think they do pretty well overall. Which
I think that's still it's one of the big. I've read lots of stories where it's like Switch is by far our number one platform.
Yeah, it's my preferred platform to play indie titles. So,
same.
And it's the little guy. I want the little guy to do well, like, right? So I hope the Future Game Show.
I'm not surprised you feel that way.
Is that a height joke? You son of a bitch!
Got him again.
Let's move on. Let's close this out. We're almost done. Dude, this beer is fucking me up right now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I got you, bud. Mass Effect Legendary Edition won't come to PS5 and Xbox Series X.
But you can still play it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's both not too surprising and also kind of disappointing because I wanted them to go like all in on the remaster, and that tells me they're not. It's not going to be too much.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, EA, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, but you know.
EA things. It kind of hurts the moniker Legendary Edition a little bit. If you aren't on the current gen system.
It's almost bittersweet, right? Like they recognize, hey, we're building this in Unreal 3, which is almost insane to me. Like it's almost like they've been working on this prior to even Unreal 4. Like, hey, we've been on this on a long time. We've been building this on Unreal 3, which is so weird that they're doing it.
They had to do it on Unreal 3 because there's only 3 games. You know, it's a trilogy.
And then there was a legend that they were still working on Unreal 3 in 2021.
It's just weird. Like, why wouldn't you do it on Unreal 4, which has like the Unreal 5 engine's about to roll out this year? Right.
Yeah.
How much money does it cost?
Yeah.
It must be some sort of issue with importing assets. Like they just couldn't import everything that they needed.
Yeah.
Geometry got weird or something. I don't know.
I do like that they admit that like quote, to me, it would have felt, sorry guys, it would have felt a little disingenuous. I think it's better suited for the next Max Effect. I do like that they admitted, like, hey, this is on Unreal 3.
Yeah.
For us to push it to the next gen is just the wrong thing to state. Like, we're setting false expectations.
Yeah, which I respect that. It's
it's just sad.
Still not what we wanted.
As a fan, it's sad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
All right. And
skip
take
it.
this next one.
No. This next one we'll talk about next week because it's not out yet.
Fair enough.
There's
Fair
Apex
enough.
Legends new collection event next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it then.
We'll dig into the deets to see how the meta changes, because it's interesting. Like, it's just interesting, like, to see, because there's a lot of nerfs and buffs, so we'll see how it changes.
Yeah, Octane boys.
Octane, no,
Yeah,
Rampart.
I don't think
Yeah,
Rampart meta.
I know he's not changed at all, but I just want to talk about him still.
Rampart meta for the win.
Are they
Rampart
going to make
is
the
gonna
wall
be
taller so that way when you're on a slight incline, it won't be
Nope.
completely worthless?
No
Not at all.
changes to the wall. They're just going to make it so that grenades don't destroy it in one grenade. So she's still useless, basically.
Okay.
Rampart meta. I swear by it. Just because Dylan hates it.
Yeah, I will not play with you if you do that again.
Okay. Well,
Um,
next week.
All right, boys and
Yeah.
girls.
Okay.
That is it for this week. I appreciate everyone that listens or watches. Anything else to add, boys?
No.
I appreciate your delay on that. Well, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Well,
Bye.
Are you okay?
Bye.
No.